the mayor of Toronto was so disappointed in the people. And so was the mayor's chief medical officer, Eileen de Villa. Boy, we sure do have a lot of chief medical officers in Canada. Lots of chiefs, don't we? Theresa Tam, one for each province and territory. Looks like all the big cities have one. That's a lot of chiefs, isn't it? All very important, all paid a lot. Just basically telling us to wash our hands. Scolding, scolding, scolding. I understand that the photos of people in Trinity Bellwoods were disappointing today, said Toronto's chief public health officer. It was a beautiful day and we all want to enjoy our city together, but this could be selfish and dangerous behavior that could send us back. Is selfish a medical diagnosis? And is she now saying that the virus is indeed transmitted through casual outdoor contact? 312 studies say it's not. What's your source on this? And this one. Please keep a physical distance and do not socialize in group settings, especially indoors. Please continue to practice physical distancing and please continue to take care of each other. Hang on, don't socialize outside, but definitely don't socialize indoors. But also take care of each other, but don't. What? So they're not listening to you. They listen for 2 months and they've had enough. You don't even make sense. A Toronto news channel called CP24 went down to the park and they were appalled. But here's 2 photos sent to me from someone who was at the park. You can see the reporter there, the second cameraman, wearing a mask. That's good hygiene, people, but for him at least. But as soon as they were off camera, he took off his mask, just like the mayor did. It was just for show. Well, everyone was so mad, and the mayor was threatening fines and tickets. So they deployed a ton of police the next day, Sunday, and they managed to scare away the crowds. Who knows where they went? But look at this guy literally lying down by himself in the middle of the park, no one around him for 100 feet, and he still got a ticket. Why? For doing what? How did that guy by himself get a ticket when the mayor went down there mixing with crowds with no mask on and he didn't get a ticket? It's hard not to notice the people who have summer cottages and big backyards are doing pretty good in this lockdown. They don't mind. And they're pretty scoldy of people who don't have those things and just want to go to the park. The poors. Just like people who are being paid, no matter what, they love this surprise bonus vacation at home. It's the little people who've lost their jobs as waiters, waitresses, barbers. They're the ones who want to get back to work. I think this is a class thing, really. Here's a website that compiles the salaries and names from Ontario's Sunshine List. That's provincial employees who earn 6 figures. Eileen de Villa makes $309,000 a year as Toronto's public health scold. That's up from $215,000 just 2 years ago. I'm guessing she's got her own lake house if she's making that kind of coin. So she doesn't need some park. There are actually public health officers in Ontario who make close to $400,000 a year. They're not even meeting patients. They're just scolding. They tweet their disappointment to the rest of us. I was mad at these fancy schools and their private vacation homes lecturing young men and women out of the park. So I wrote on Twitter, I said, bounty. I'll pay you $2,500 cash for photos or videos of Cruella de Villa breaking her own pandemic guidelines, like Doug Ford at the cottage and Trudeau visiting his family over Easter. You don't actually believe she follows her own rules, do you? And I will pay that bounty. I'd love to get photos of any of those things. But out of the blue, I got a reply from a 90s TV celebrity on that old station called Much Music, Erica M. She's such a fan of, she's a girl groupie who just made eyes at every band passing through town. It was sort of funny, a 90s moment. Anyway, I guess she's still alive, thank God. I was delighted to learn. And she looks wonderful for age 58. And she was super mad at me, though. She said, do you really need attention this badly? Please act like a responsible adult and stop with the games and name-calling. It's so easy to disparage and bully safely from the sidelines, especially women. They're always an easier target. I'm trying to get attention. It's true, because I'm trying to get everyone with a fine to come to me and we'll fight the ticket for them. It's not games. The name-calling is pretty gentle. I call politicians names, but it's that one line she said. It's so easy to disparage and bully safely from the sidelines, especially women. They're always an easier target. Well, what are you talking about? I wrote back. I said, what a blast from the past. I can't believe it's been 26 years since you were on Much Music. I'm glad to see you're still alive and kicking. I criticized 3 political bullies, 2 men, 1 woman. It's condescending to see De Villa for you. It's condescending to De Villa for you to blame sexism rather than incompetence. And she said this. She said, yes, still standing. Let me rephrase. Please don't be a bully on social media, especially to public servants working hard with no roadmap. Everyone's doing what they can to find a way out. Rather than criticize, find positive solutions. What? Twice she calls me a bully? Is that what it is to criticize a politician who earns $300,000 a year from taxpayers and is threatening thousands of people with fines? Is that bullying? I said, I'm not a bully. Davila's a bully, scolding and threatening to fine working class people who've been cooped up in tiny apartments and don't have fancy lake cottages like Trudeau Ford or $1,000 a night Muskoka family getaways. And I linked to this vacation travelogue by Erica M. of her taking her family to $1,000 a night lake resort. That's the thing. Don't tell a working class young person he can't go to the park because he doesn't have a country home. He doesn't have a home at all. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. They promised us it would be a 2-week lockdown. It's 2 months. If some politicians had their way, they'd keep us like this for a long, long time.
If there are people who are non-compliant, there are definitely laws and public health powers that can quarantine people in mandatory settings. It's potential you could track people, put bracelets on their arms, have police and other setups to ensure quarantine is undertaken.
Yeah, bracelets, eh? This isn't going to end quickly, is it? That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.